Hi, I'm Accolon, and this is your call to influence what our troubled world becomes by transcending and leading others to transcend. As an inner victory champion with a Kung Fu priest background, I know a way for you to be a champion among transcendent leaders. We're in a leadership crisis, but you can be part of the solution to that. With all we're up against to build a healthier, safer, stronger, freer society for us to thrive in, you're going to need to strengthen your leadership. To lead yourself and others through conflict, social engineering, and dystopian agendas designed to subjugate us. To strengthen your leadership, you're going to need to strengthen your inner world. Our inner worlds are under attack to prevent us from transcending the dystopia being sold to us. Keep listening, because I'm telling you how to strengthen and defend your inner world, and how to strengthen your leadership into transcendence. If you're concerned about society's sickness and are looking for a hope for humanity, stick around, because this is about you becoming a hope for humanity. I'm talking transformation, transforming your leadership into transcendent leadership, and transforming yourself into a champion, transcendent leader. With a transcendent identity, skills, and powerful ways of being. Before we continue, I'll mention I experienced a throat injury when I was a kid that still affects my voice. Don't miss this activation message because of my voice. Tune into this message and feel what activates within you. Now back to strengthening your inner world and your leadership with a transcendent identity. Let's put this in context. Have you noticed how dysfunctional societies become? So much dysfunction generated through generations in families, communities, companies, organizations, movements, and governments. Society is sick, and it's a hard fight to get clear of, but having a transcendent identity helps you rise above that as a force of well-being. There are, of course, healthy functional aspects of society, but social engineering is being used to weaken and replace the healthy functional aspects, to create and increase disconnection, conflict, chaos, and subvert morality, all to destabilize and weaken us in our inner worlds, which destabilizes and weakens society, which makes it easier to subjugate us. Social engineering is being used to unify us, to unite us in dysfunction, and to turn us against each other at the same time, as well as turn us against ourselves and isolate us in hopelessness. I reject all of that. So can you. There is better and greater within you. You can use healthy greatness within you to uplift your experience of life, and as you do, influence yourself and others to strengthen and expand healthy functional aspects of society dystopian agendas are meant to replace. That's you being a hope for yourself and humanity, and I'm here for it. If you're questioning what difference you can make as an individual, I'm telling you, you can make a bigger difference than you realize with the ripple effect you create with your thoughts, your actions, and your leadership, especially if you approach this as a champion. The transcendent identity I've developed to strengthen and defend your inner world with is a champion identity, the inner victory champion identity, based in inner strength and inner victories. Can you guess how to use this identity? I use the inner victory champion identity to activate and use inner strength to create inner victories in the hard and easy moments. You're probably thinking that sounds great for the hard moments and wondering, what does that matter for the easy moments? I'll explain. And if you're wondering, hey, Accolon, what about the transcendent skills and ways of being you were talking about? Rest assured, I'm still getting to that. Here's why using inner strength matters in both the hard and easy moments. In the hard moments, you use inner strength to not be defeated in your inner world, to transcend instead. And in the easy moments, you use inner strength to create from transcendence, which creates healthier, safer, stronger, freer society. That's how you overcome and override disempowering social programming. That's how you make it out of socially engineered societal dysfunction. In my experience, the inner victory champion identity makes that easier to do. Can you guess what you do all day, every day that affects both your transcendence and your leadership? All day, every day, you're thinking thoughts and doing actions that affect your transcendence and your leadership. Safeguard your thoughts and actions, because disempowering social programming is being used against you to program your thoughts and actions to turn your personal power off and create instability and weakness in you, and to seemingly disprove or disconnect you from what's wonderful, strong, and magnificent in you, all to turn off your ability to transcend and lead others to transcend. Here's where the inner victory champion identity comes in, to turn on your ability to transcend and lead others to transcend. Being rooted in what's wonderful, strong, and magnificent in you. In other words, inner strengths. The inner victory champion identity chooses thoughts and actions that stabilize and strengthen your ability to transcend and lead transcendently. This includes thoughts and actions that leave the traps of shame and perfectionism when you make mistakes and do things imperfectly, which all of us do, which even the best of us do. An inner victory champion doesn't let their mistakes and imperfections dim their light, which makes it way harder to manipulate you, mentally subjugate you, or turn you against yourself. Okay, ready to hear about transcendent inner victory skills and ways of being? They equip you to overcome many inner barriers to transcending. I'm referring to inner battles. We all contend with them, me included. Most people lose their inner battles more than they win them. Here, I'm sharing my edge in winning them. When you lose an inner battle, it weakens your inner world. But when you win an inner battle, it strengthens and defends your inner world. Turning your inner battles into inner victories strengthens your ability to lead and your ability to grow, to create healthy relationships, and to enjoy life, and your ability to withstand and transcend society's sickness and dysfunction. It doesn't take winning every inner battle 100% of the time, but win your inner battles more often than you lose them. In my experience, the more inner battles you win, the easier winning inner battles becomes. Ready for examples of inner victory champion inner victories? Here are a few. As you listen to these examples, notice which inner victories are also inner skills. Replacing a thought that weakens you with a thought that strengthens you. Shifting from being reactionary and outrage to feeling calm power. Soothing your nervous system with inner peace. Rejuvenating yourself from soul exhaustion with joyfulness. Opening your heart when you're hurt so you feel relief of the relief of love within yourself. And shifting from the frequency of fear to the frequency of transcendence. There are countless inner victories for you to create. You create them moment by moment throughout your day. Become a champion at creating them, make a hobby of collecting them, and make that a lifestyle. That's one way inner victory champions uplift our experience of life. Imagine the transcendent ripple effect millions of inner victory champions can create. I envision this all the time. Back when I apprenticed in Kung Fu priest training, I committed to bringing light to the darkness, meaning to counteract the spiritual sickness that's undermining humanity's well-being. When I committed to this path 30 plus years ago, I didn't know society would become as sick or as subjugated as it's becoming now. What I've developed is more needed than I anticipated, and I'm sorry I didn't have it ready sooner. I've spent decades developing my commitment to serve humanity into the Inner Victory Champion movement, which you can be a part of if it resonates with you. I'm going to finish this call to transcendence with more examples of transcendent inner victory skills and ways of being that enable you to transcend and lead transcendently. To start with, you know how it's common to be held back by the fear of getting hurt? I mean, emotionally hurt by people? Imagine being able to be okay when that happens. I don't mean closed off and shut down protectively or feeling numb. I mean remaining intact, remaining open-hearted, able to connect with people, still able to enjoy life. That's one of the powerful ways of being I'm talking about. It's created with inner victories and inner strengths. Inner strengths like soul strength, love frequency, and wholeness, among many others. Another inner victory skill is, or inner skill, is using your mind to access your inner strengths. Another inner victory skill is transmuting emotional pain into wholeness, wonderful feeling of wholeness, and love frequency, love energy. Would that uplift you? It uplifts me. And it helps with another transcendent way of being, enjoying what there is to enjoy, even while going through the tough stuff and feeling emotional pain. Another powerful way of being is leading rather than reacting. And another is leading your ego with your soul, so your ego feels secure in soul strength. Imagine how much you can enjoy yourself when your ego can relax. There's many more transcendent inner victory skills and ways of being to enjoy as an inner victory champion, but they're not commonly taught or practiced. And as far as I know, I'm the only one in the world who's created this champion way of transcending, living, and leading, rooted in Kung Fu Priest inner world insight. Join me in normalizing transcendent ways of being. Join me in normalizing leading transcendently. It helps to have a transcendent identity, inner identity, skills, and powerful ways of being. I've developed training for this. The Inner Victory Leadership Transformation Training. And I've developed a pre-training, a free pre-training, for you to get a clear sense if this transformation is a good fit for you. I must say, the training I've created is not therapy. It doesn't replace needed clinical therapy, and I'm not a therapist. The transformation and training I've created is designed for highly functional people and does not work for everyone. But if my talk has activated something within you that resonates with the inner victory champion ways of being and transcendent purpose, take action. Now's your chance. Do the free pre-training because it's an easy next step. To access the pre-training, use the link or QR code provided to join the waitlist. But I got to tell you, you won't do much waiting on the waitlist because you'll be busy priming your transformation success by doing the pre-training. You've listened to this call to influence what our troubled world becomes by transcending and leading others to transcend. Now do this next step in being able to do that.